So I thought I would do a quick what's in my bag video for my Taiwan and Japan trip 2026, which actually starts tomorrow. This would be a quick video, hopefully. Two reasons why I'm doing this video. First is people seem to like these videos. They like to know what you're carrying in your bag. And number two, I need something to do on the plane because I can't sleep on the plane. I get really bored on the plane. I watch a few movies and I start to get really bored. So I will be editing this video on the plane. Now the bag I'll be using for my carry-on is this, which is the WANDRD 21 litre version 4. Now I did do a quick video on this bag the other day, and this is going to be my carry-on bag. It is fully loaded at the moment. I may have to take something out of this because I'm a little bit over the 7 kilos. One about 1.5 kilos over, which basically is my 14-inch MacBook Pro Max or whatever it is. It's the M4 Max 14-inch MacBook Pro. The good thing is that can come out and go into Jack's roller. He has a roller bag he takes on and there's hardly anything in there, so my laptop can go in there, so it'll be fine. May be able to get on with it, may not be able to get on with it, I don't know. Right, okay, so this is the bag. I've added these orange straps on here just to make it stand out a bit better. So I get the laptop and my iPad out first, and then we'll go over what's in my bag. This is a really nice bag actually. I tested this the other day. I went for a long walk with this on my back and it is a lot more comfortable than the version 2. So let's put that there like that. Right, so we'll open up this back flap and I'll show you what's in here. Okay, so in this compartment you have the strap here, and I have my 13-inch iPad Air M3. I absolutely love this iPad for editing on the plane because if you've got your screen open on the tray in front of you and somebody pulls their seat back, it hits your screen. I've actually damaged the screen like that many years ago, got jammed. So with this I can edit on the tray and not have any problems. So that's the iPad Air 13-inch M3. And my laptop is the MacBook Pro 14-inch Max model M4. I think it's got 64 gigs, 4 terabyte and all that. Really like this laptop, really powerful. It stays docked into my screens most of the time, but when I'm traveling it's just perfect. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's really nice to work on. I have an AirTag 2. There is a pocket for it in here, but I've got it on this little loop at the moment. Nothing in that pocket, and then I've got a 1 terabyte G-Tech and only a 500 Samsung T5, I think this is. I absolutely love these little things. They're tiny, really cheap, and it's enough for me to edit from when I'm on the plane. So the footage you're seeing now will be on this hard drive, and I will be editing on the plane from this hard drive. On here I have some photos I need to edit for a client. So again, I can edit on this on the plane. Don't think there's anything else in there. No, right. Now, I'll zip this back up and I'll show you around the bag, and then we'll get to the camera cube. Okay, around the front there is a big zip pocket here, and the nice thing with these straps on there, if you notice, look, I can't get into there without putting it down like that. Now, I think I had something in there. Oh yeah, here we go. Now this is my AirFly. Now what this does, this plugs into the headphone socket on your screen on the chair in front of you basically, and this allows me to Bluetooth my headphones to the movie I'm watching on the screen if I watch the movie on there. Really handy little device, that works really, really well. So that always stays in the front pocket of all my bags because it's just easy to get to. I'll put that back in there. There's nothing else in there. There will probably be some travel documents in there when I get to the airport. Right, around the side here there is the side access pocket, and I don't have any access to the camera cube. I'll explain why in a minute. And in here I have 2 dongles, SD card to USB-C and USB-C to USB-A or B or whatever that is. Now the reason I use a USB-C SD card reader, I always have problems with the built-in SD card reader on all of my MacBooks. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. With this, it works every single time. And also it means I can transfer 2 SD cards at the same time as well, if I can get the one working on the MacBook. I don't know, they just seem to be very temperamental. You have to really shove the card in. Right, let's get that back up. There's a little pocket here, which is the key pocket, but in here I have put them back in there, business cards, and I have my memory card wallet. Now this is actually designed for CF Fast, compact flash cards, the ones that were compact flash. C Fast, CF Fast, C Fast or CF Fast, one of them. Anyway, the compact flash cards, that's what these wallets were designed for, but they fit the SD cards, so no problem at all. I've got business cards. So there will be a lot of chops in this video because I don't have two cameras running. I have my Nikon ZR, which I'm recording at the moment, and a friend of mine's borrowed my other Nikon ZR. He wanted to test it while I was away. I said, fine, no problem. Now, where else I'm going to go? I've done that one, done that one. Oh yeah, you also have this really big pocket for a water bottle, which I can't find my water bottle. Oh, it's in the dishwasher, that's where it is. So you've got this really big pocket, which is really nice. You can put a tripod in there, but I've got a water bottle going on that. Okay, where next? Top. Okay, you've got this part here that you can undo this hook like that, and it rolls out. The handles are magnetic, by the way. I have to say, I do really like this bag. Now I've loaded it up and I've got all my gear in there. I do really like this bag. It is a very functional bag. Now in the top here, I have that one. I have one of them, two of them. I have three of them. I also have that, and yeah, there we go. Right, so I'm going to put this down out the way a minute. I'll explain to you what's in these bags. Right, first of all, Bose headphones. I did have AirPod Max, the version 2s, or the Gen 2s, whatever, USB-C ones. I never used them. I just found them really heavy, uncomfortable, and I found I sweat a lot with those headphones. So I'm just going to use my Bose. I think these are, I don't know which model they are, but they're really good. Noise cancelling, really nice. They don't creak and they're very light, and the battery lasts a long time too. So I've got my Bose headphones for on the plane because I don't like that droning sound you get on the planes. I've film I get to in a minute. I've got in this little wallet here, I've got some ND filters, and I have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is the best camera you can get for traveling. I will be doing a lot of videos with this little device, walking around, talking and everything else. Outstanding quality for such a little tiny camera, and they're on special at the moment because there's rumored to be the Osmo Pocket 4 coming out very, very soon. In this one, I have my batteries. I have two SL3-S batteries, or Q3, SL3, works for all of them. I've got a spare M11-P battery. Well, I think it's an M11 battery, but anyway, it's an M11-P battery, I call it. I've got an extra battery for Jack's camera, which is an Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So there's a spare battery for his camera, and I have a spare battery for my Nikon ZR. I'm actually going to pick up some of these batteries in Japan because they're only 52, 53 New Zealand dollars. They're like $160 here, so I'm going to get some more batteries when I'm in Japan. I haven't found the Nikon ZR to be that hungry on power, actually. It's been pretty good, I must say. It's a really nice camera. I do like the footage out of this. This is just H.265 or 264, wherever it is, and I don't find it soft at all. I've actually got a Pro Mist filter on it. So autofocus is great too. And in here I have my DJI 360. Now I bought all my DJI gear. I don't get it sent. I just like their cameras. Everything works like it should, and their wireless microphones are absolutely amazing. They're really, really good as well. The wireless free, such a tiny little microphone. So this is the DJI 360. And then for POV videos, I have the DJI Nano because it's this small. Look at the size of that camera. And you can monitor the camera with this monitor basically because it's separate, it's wireless and everything else. So that's what's in those three bags. Now they've got to come on the plane with me because they've got batteries in them and everything else. I have my Ray-Ban Meta 2s, I think they are. I think these are a newer version. And they've got prescription lenses in there, which are reactor lights, I call them. They get darker as the light gets brighter. So that's really nice, but they are actually prescription glasses, so I can see where I'm going. It's no good going out shooting with your camera if you can't see anything. I don't think the audio is very good on these. I must admit, everybody goes on about the audio being really good. It's terrible. But they're really good for recording POV videos, and they're sunglasses, and they do react to the light, and they do get darker when it's brighter. So let me move all that stuff out of the way. Now, film. I got some film with me. The reason I'm taking some film with me is I don't know how expensive film is in Taiwan and Japan. Everything's gone up, so I thought I'd take some film with me. Hopefully I get to shoot some of this. Now, I've got, I think it's those three. Yes, 3 of these, which are this Leica SHD-400 film. I don't know if this will focus on that. I don't know if I cover my face. Will it focus? Yeah, look, it focused on it. So that's that film. I have 3 rolls here, and I have 1 roll loaded into my Leica MP. I have 2 rolls of good old, is it going to focus? Hopefully that will focus on that. Tri-X. And I have 2 rolls of Seagull 100. Let me put it on there so I can. Hopefully that's focused on that film. Right. The reason I've got that is I've got a 75mm f 1.25 lens to review, and I thought I would try and shoot some film. I did try to get some of that Leica film, but nobody has it in stock, so I'll have a look in Taiwan and Japan, see if they've got any, but it's quite expensive for what it is. So that's the film I'm taking with me, and it's in this clear bag, so hopefully I can get it hand checked. Auckland Airport is pretty good most of the time, but if they are busy, they don't like to do it. So it's in there, and hopefully I can get it hand checked. It's just a little clear bag. Right, now let me get to the back of the bag. Now I'm going to talk about something on here now. Now, these handles flat back. And in here is, can you see it there? That's the camera cube. Or, yeah, camera cube, I guess you call it, because it comes out. Now the reason, hang on, put it there. The reason it's zipped up like this, if you go through security and your bag's being scanned and they need to check your bag, they will sometimes just open your bag like this. They won't lay it down, or they lay it down the wrong way, or they lay it on its side. And there's a possibility your camera gear could fall out. So if it's zipped up like this, your gear won't fall out. So they have to lay the bag down, or they can take this camera cube out. Now I'm going to take it out and show you what's in here. I do have another lens, which is not in here, which I can't talk about because it's not released yet. So I'm going to be testing that in Taiwan and Japan. So in this really well made little camera cube, and you see that there. There you go. All right, so in here I have my MP, my Leica MP, with a roll of Leica SHD, I think it is, 400 film already loaded in there. And I have this lens which has been sent to me to review by Taipoc, which is the Taipoc Samara 35mm f1.4. Now hopefully if I cover my face, that Nikon will focus on that. So got my MP loaded with 1 roll of film and the Taipoc Samara 35 f1.4. I have another Taipoc Samara C lens. This is 35mm t1.5. Now this is a cinema lens. If I can get that camera, hopefully that will focus on that lens. Now this is a cinema lens and it's t1.5. I absolutely love this lens, and this is to go on my SL3-S or the Nikon ZR, because if the SL3-S is terrible for video, I'm going to use my Nikon ZR. That's why it's going with me. I have my M11-P. I'll show you there, hopefully that will focus on that. M11-P with a 35mm Summilux. A spherical FLE, I think it is. Beautiful lens. There you go, I was going to show you that. There you go. So that's on my M11-P. And then, oh, it goes that way. And then I've got the Leica SL3-S, which I've just got. And I will be testing this in Taiwan for photo and video. I didn't go for the SL3, mainly because I don't think the SL3 is very good for video. And it does have a real bad jello effect to it. This should be much faster. 24 megapixels is fine, to be truthful. And this does shoot 6K open gate. So that is, but can I get it to focus on it? That is the Leica, oh, hang on, there you go. Leica SL3-S. So there will be a review coming on this as well. All the cameras have their batteries in, and they're all preloaded with memory cards. This one has this memory card, which don't get the camera to focus on it. If I cover my face, will it focus on it? Which I'm testing as well, so hopefully that doesn't go wrong. My Nikon ZR has a 2TB red card on it, CF Express Type B. That's a red card. So yes, if you have something like this camera cube in your bag, zip it up when you go through security. It just stops your stuff falling out. So hopefully there weren't too many jump cuts in this video. I normally shoot with 2 or 3 cameras. At the moment I'm only shooting with one Nikon ZR because a friend's borrowed my other Nikon ZR for a couple of weeks. And the Leica SL3-S is in this bag at the moment. I really do like this bag. It's really comfortable. I tested it. It holds a lot of gear and it holds the gear really well. And it also gives you easy access to a lot of the gear. Really, really pleased they've upgraded this from the version 2, which is what I had before. I didn't get on with that too well, but they've made a lot of improvements to this bag. And like you can see, it fits a lot of gear. So that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as always, thank you so much for watching.